my name is Maupa Fransiska Coramdeo Pasang. I'm an intern at the Airlangga Debating Society, and today I will be talking about emotion, stating my position, and laying out my arguments. But before I begin, I will be noting that my laptop here is reference for my notes and etc., so I will be looking back and forth from the camera and from my laptop. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin. The motion is, as the Indonesian government, this council will prioritize achievement-based scholarships, such as superior scholarships, LPDP, and etc., which use achievements as the main requirement, compared to scholarships for the underprivileged, such as Bidikmisi, KIPK, and etc., which are only specifically given to lower middle-class economic communities. I stand against this motion and will begin by defining certain terms. First, a scholarship means providing financial and facility support for a student's education, meaning scholarships are given to students who deserve it or prove to have potential despite their background or economic status. Second, lower middle class economic communities are people who have a standard of living slightly above poverty but still struggle with financial stability. Third, the word prioritize in this motion means to designate or treat something as very or most important, however, it doesn't completely ignore the list below it. And fourth, my boundary for this motion is prioritizing awarding scholarships to lower middle class economic communities with potential, not giving randomly or out of pity. Moving on to my arguments. First, let's talk about the sole purpose of scholarships. Scholarships are given so that students may attend university without taking on the full burden of their tuitions. It's provided for low-income students who have potential to strive in their studies. Depending on the criteria of our scholarship, not only does it lighten the fees, but it also provides living expenses, books, stationery, housing, laptops, and other tools. So it can be concluded that yes, lower middle-class economic communities truly need scholarships. Second, relating to the first argument, let's have a look at Indonesia's economic condition. As most of us know, Indonesia is a widespread country. The population is divided amongst many islands and cities, villages, and such. With that being said, there's obviously a financial gap in the population. Some are overly wealthy and can afford exceptional living facilities as well as education. However, many are struggling to make it through another day. The majority of the population realistically can't afford basic necessities, much less education and higher education such as universities or college. This results in many Indonesians only reaching primary education. What are the correlations between these two arguments? Well, education plays a big part in building a brighter future for the country. The country will strive when education is evenly distributed by all the people and for all the people. How can that be done then? One of the most efficient ways is through scholarships. If the Indonesian government prioritizes providing educational scholarships for lower income students, it can achieve a balance between the different economic status. How does this differ with achievement-based scholarships? These scholarships are known as superior scholarships, where they award students who have a certain standard of achievement through academics, art, sports, and etc. These achievements are usually proven through competitions and certificates. Even if achievement-based scholarships are beneficial and deserving for students, most underprivileged students don't have the opportunity to enter prestigious and well-known competitions and therefore aren't well known to the organizations who can provide these scholarships. It's harder for them to prove themselves, again, to those organizations with certain titles, so their potential is often shown through report cards and local competitions only, where organizations providing this sort of scholarship have to truly dig into these students and schools to look for their potential. Not to mention, achievement-based scholarships tend to be entered by students who have financial access to specific tutors or programs that support their probability of receiving said scholarships. In conclusion, the government should prioritize scholarships for the underprivileged. Students who can't afford to pay for their studies but have proven potential to lead and achieve are an opportunity for the country. They can help restore balance in education while studying for the country's best interests. This does not mean other base scholarships are ignored, because obviously there are many talented and intelligent students from higher class economic backgrounds. Instead, it means it prioritizes students who are still high in intellect and abilities, yet need the support to reach their highest level. With that being said, I hereby state my position again, which is against the motion that as the Indonesian government, the Council will prioritize achievement-based scholarships compared to scholarships for the underprivileged. That's it for me. Hopefully my arguments will be laid out well and that you can understand. And yeah, with that being said, thank you, and once again, I stand against this motion.